This is Stephen CONARD, and you're watching GR News.
This is Stephen CONARD with GR News, and these are your headlines. EA's stock tanks this week. Bad PR and a dismal showing at E3, or is it Fortnite's fault again? Video game had a weird week. E3's stock tripped 5.7% to $133.81 a share. During a conference call with analysts, EA's higher-ups pushed the prevailing reason for the July underperformance to the continuing popularity and success of Fortnite Battle Royale. Yet, there is no mention of the media butt-kicking EA took for its lackluster E3 showcase. It's interesting to note that the mobile and live services were the worst performers for EA in June, in spite of EA's E3 showcase being heavy on live service and mobile offerings. Other game stocks were affected, with Activision and Take-Two taking 2.2 to 3% hits on their stocks. EA has a slate of big releases coming up, including Madden 19 in August and Battlefield 5 in October. They remain optimistic, though, for the holiday season. Keep an eye out.
Hi, I'm Anthony Archambault for GR News, and here's this week's hot take. Will the announced reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer outperform the remake of Charmed coming out this fall?
How do you like my darkness now?
Since the early 2000s, the movie industry has been in love with reboots and remakes. I mean, there's literally multiple coming out almost every single year, and it looks like it's finally hitting television more and more. Yeah, there's been some great titles that have come back and gotten new fans excited, but there's also been some that left fans with something to be desired. There are a couple of titles that I'm going to give you and explain why I think they did good and why I think they did bad. You had two shows in particular, Heroes Reborn. I was a big fan of the original Heroes series. When I heard they were coming back, I was excited. I thought they were going to have to do a movie, but then they decided, hey, we're going to do another season. Problem is, they didn't bring back any of the original creators of the show. Yeah, you gave me a lot of the same actors, you gave me some plot points that were similar, but it didn't have the feel that the original Heroes had, and as a fan, that's what I wanted. Same thing can be said about the X-Files. The X-Files, I mean, they had the reboot movie that came out, did absolutely terrible. So they said, hey, let's do a TV series. Yeah, it got ratings, but was destroyed by critics because it didn't have the feel of the X-Files. Sure, Mulder and Scully were there, but you know what? It didn't feel like the nostalgic X-Files people wanted to come back. Two examples of TV shows that came back and that did great were Arrested Development and Fuller House. These two shows both came back on Netflix. However, the original creators were very, very involved in bringing the shows back. So they had a big footprint in what was to be done in the upcoming seasons. And sure enough, Arrested Development's on their third or fourth season, and Fuller House is going on to their third season as well. The reason why the question was asked, will Buffy outperform Charmed, is because Charmed has nobody coming back from the original show. Yeah, the trailer looks amazing, I'm gonna watch, but will it have that same Charmed feeling? I'm not too convinced. On the other hand, Buffy has the all-great Joss Whedon deciding to come back and say, hey, I'm going to help you out with this reboot. So, you know what? If you got Joss Whedon on your side, you're going to have gold. With these two shows, I'm leaning towards Buffy. This has been Anthony Archambault with this week's Hot Take on GR News.
Overwatch League Finals broadcast live on ESPN1 this weekend. History was made in New York when London Spitfire took on the Philadelphia Fusion in the Overwatch League Champion Finals. Want to know the coolest part? Nate Nanzer, commissioner of the esports for Overwatch, told CNBC, "Tonight, we're going to be live for the first time ever. There's never been an esports event live on prime time on ESPN1. Congratulations to the London Spitfire for winning it all in a dominant victory. This showdown was broadcast live on ESPN1 during prime time, a historic first for esports. The teams faced off for the $1 million prize at the home of the Brooklyn Nets, the the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Esports is on the rise and making history. Stay tuned to Gamer Redefined for all the latest esports news. For continuing information on these stories and more, like, comment, subscribe to Gamer Redefined. This has been Stephen CONARD with GR News.